Tonight was Ryback, in my opinion, his most fluid, most natural sounding promo I've heard from the guy. But I could barely fucking hear it because every time he tried to talk, John Cena was like, "Shut up! Shut up!" Alright, Raw review for Monday, June 10th, 2013. And I just want to say before we get started that I put up a video last week, the Raw review, and the intro got flagged for content, so I had to take the video down, cut out the intro, and re-upload it. So I think I'm going to lay off of using WWE clips for a while, at least, because I don't want my channel to get copyright strikes and all that bullshit. It kind of sucks because I had some funny ideas, at least I thought they were funny, for upcoming weeks. Well, the one last week was I just grabbed a couple of clips that have come up over the past couple of months where John Cena comes out and the crowd just boos the fuck out of him, and he gets on the mic and he's like, "Oh, there's unrest in the WWE universe," and I just made references how he's a delusional douchebag. And I thought that was pretty cool, but it got flagged, so I had to take it down. Fucking John Cena, that goddamn John Cena. Tonight was terrible. And we're going to get to it, but I actually started off with Triple H versus Curtis Axel. It's a match that got postponed a week, and this wasn't really a match. Honestly, there was a storm in my area, so my DVR, my cable just crapped out for like the first 30 minutes of the show. But luckily, thanks to WWE replaying the same shit 7 times throughout the show, I managed to catch it, believe it or not. So basically, Vince keeps ending the match, Triple H keeps restarting the match. They go back and forth like this for a while until Vince takes the ring bell and says, just basically walks away with it. And I thought it was entertaining. I did. But it's the same complaint that I had from last week, where why does it have to be Triple H doing this? I mean, the guy, it's 15 years now. I mean, he's getting old. He doesn't need this anymore. Why can't they do similar segments like this with guys other than Triple H? Like, there's just so many other possibilities out there. It doesn't have to be Triple H. You know, maybe he's the draw, I guess, but they're just kind of, it just feels like I'm back in the 90s again, but not in a good way. It just seems like they're just reaching. But at least it was fairly entertaining, but I just want to see new guys in there, not Triple H. Next, we got Kane versus Dean Ambrose, and good match. It was, oh, here, let me talk about this. During the match, Michael Cole was going on about the app, just jamming the app up your ass. And at one point, King said, "Cole, you watch what's on the app. I'm going to watch the match." And then it was either King or Cole said, "JBL's going to be over there tweeting." And King says, "You have to multitask to watch Raw these days." And it was a kind of a slight joke. Kind of like, man, this is bullshit kind of joke. So I just need you guys, I've already ranted so much about the app, I don't even want to talk about it anymore, but I want to say one more thing, just one more thing, and that is that the way you watch Raw now, with the commercials for the app, because that's what they are, they're basically just commercials to download this app, coming up in the middle of almost every match on the show, because there is a possibility, it doesn't matter if it's going to happen or not, because there is a possibility that Vince is going to be able to get ratings from that app, this is going to happen forever now. This is going to be Monday Night Raw. As far as I can see into the future, this is just going to keep happening. These commercials and advertisements for the app in the middle of the show are never going to go away because they can get ratings off of it. And that sucks. That drastically takes down the viewing experience, in my opinion. It's fucking garbage. So, anyway, who won this? Rollins and Reigns, that's right. They came in, and Ambrose got DQ'd because of it. And then Orton and Daniel Bryan come out to help Kane. Then there was a backstage segment where Vicky makes 2 matches for the pay-per-view. You got Kane versus Dean Ambrose for the U.S. title, and Daniel Bryan Orton versus Reigns and Rollins for the tag titles. And, I mean, unless they did this when my cable was out, I didn't see Daniel Bryan bring up word 1 about John Cena. Unless it happened on Smackdown or something last week and I missed it. But why doesn't he go after John Cena and say, John Cena, you think I'm the weak link? You came out to help me against Ryback. You must think I'm the weak link too. And then boom, right there, you got yourself a build-up for a WWE title match. But no, it's just John Cena. He's not even allowed to be in the same league as John Cena. Fuck no, he can't interact with that. John Cena shit all over his angle last week, and Daniel Bryan doesn't get 2 words in about it. Fucking bullshit. John Cena can lick my dick. So next up was The Miz versus Cody Rhodes, and Rhodes taps to the figure 4. And that's pretty much all what I remember about that match. And it's just disappointing to see Rhodes just floating around, going from guy to guy, jobbing to them. He's so much better than that. And, I mean, this feud for the Intercontinental title, it's barely registering. It's barely registering any of these guys, Wade Barrett, Miz, and Fandango, but we'll get to that. And now to have Cody Rhodes lose to guys who are barely registering anyway, what does that say about Cody Rhodes? The wrong fucking thing, that's for sure. Because the guy is World Heavyweight Championship material. It's bullshit. At the end of the match, Paul Heyman comes out. And he says that because Fandango got a concussion, I guess on Smackdown last week, or maybe at a house show, I don't remember, the triple threat match has changed. Fandango's out. Curtis Axel is in. And you know what? I can work with that. That I'm a fan of. Because now Curtis Axel will be able to get a legitimate victory over somebody. He'll actually be able to pin somebody. Unless it turns into a double count out. But that kind of goes with his character if they're going to start that gimmick or to keep that gimmick going. But it's a lot better than having him get count out victories over the God characters. So I'll take that. And we'll see how that plays out. Then we get a backstage segment where Vince is talking to Stephanie, and he says, I just want to point this out, he says, business comes first, every time. And I just want to translate what he said to what he really means, which is, John Cena comes first, every time. That's what the fuck he means, not business. Because he doesn't give a shit about his business, because ratings are tanking, even though he's jamming the app up our asses, because he just wants John Cena to be there, stroking that Cena dick. Next up was a promo by Chris Jericho. And it was a great promo. He talked about nobody brings out the best out of him like Punk does, and he believes he brings the best out of CM Punk. And he says Punk is so good because Punk believes he is so good. He believes that he's the best in the world. And you're going to get the best out of both of them in this third match. They referenced the other 2 matches a lot, did Chris Jericho in this promo. The third match in the series at this upcoming pay-per-view. And I agree. I think that's probably going to be the best match on the show. If Punk even comes. Even if Punk even shows up, because there's rumors that he's not gonna. But then Dolph Ziggler comes out. Very happy to see him back. And he's working a really good promo. I mean, he was always a little soft on the mic. That was his biggest problem. He was so soft-spoken, it seemed, on the mic. But tonight, or last night, he was much more forceful, much more intense on the mic. And I really liked it. I think it was a short promo, but I really enjoyed what he had to say. And I liked how he referenced that nobody in the company wanted him to have that World Heavyweight Championship, and that was pretty obvious. And you know what? Yeah, it was pretty obvious. So it winds up being Jericho versus Big E Langston. And the match was pretty decent. Ziggler, he distracted Jericho at one point, and then Del Rio attacked Ziggler, which got Big E distracted, and then Jericho nailed the code breaker off that for the win. And it is official. The entire time that Dolph Ziggler has been the World Heavyweight Champion, since he beat Alberto Del Rio for it the day after WrestleMania, the man and Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston representing him have either lost all of their matches or won by cheating, not getting a clean win, a dirty win in some way, every single match. They have yet to win a match clean. At least Dolph Ziggler does. I don't know if Big E was able to beat Del Rio clean at any one point. I don't think that he was. So, either losses or dirty wins. No clean victories. That's fucking terrible. The guy can dominate in the ring, and you're going to give him shit like that. It just makes your heels look so weak compared to what they used to be in the WWE. It's just garbage. Next up was Sin Cara versus Antonio Cesaro. And that's Sin Cara back. I know he's been around for a while, but he hasn't been on Raw. So, yeah, it was cool to see him back. But I have to say, I literally said, what the fuck is that, to my TV when I saw Antonio Cesaro walking down to the ring. I don't know if he usually does this. I don't think he does. But when he was walking down to the ring, he was walking like a fucking gorilla. Like some asshole gorilla. It just looked fucking stupid. Why can't WWE leave his ring entrance alone? He's got to be yodeling or acting like a dumbass or walking around like a fucking red-assed, bare-assed ape. It's fucking stupid. Just let the man, he's one of the best workers in the company. Just let the man perform. Oh, god damn it. So this match was pretty good. It was short. There was a nice run off the ropes where Cesaro got Sin Cara. Boy, if I don't fuck this part up getting those names mixed, it'll be a miracle. But Cesaro got Sin Cara up for a powerbomb. Sin Cara flipped over and then flipped Cesaro over. And there was just really well executed. There was a nice bounce at the end. It looked very crisp. It was pretty cool to see. And there was a lot of pop behind it. Cesaro won the match in the end, and it was entertaining. I also liked the commentary from Zeb Coulter, but I have no fucking idea why he was out there. I mean, whatever. I don't even get that, but whatever. And next up, I got to watch Vicky Guerrero wolfing down a Hardee's burger. Ugh. It's fucking nasty shit. Why? Well, you don't get enough commercials throughout the broadcast, and from your app, you gotta start putting commercials for shit like that in the middle of your show. I mean, they've done it before, but not with all the app commercials. Now the app commercials, the regular commercials, and the product placements, all within the 3-hour broadcast. How much real show are you actually getting? What a bunch of dick. God damn it. I lost my fucking place. It's fucking Vicky Guerrero nightmares running through my head. Next up was Orton versus Reigns. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. This match started out a little slow, but it did pick up towards the end. It was an okay match. It ended in a no contest because Rollins and Daniel Bryan just came in and they just started, everybody started beating the shit out of each other. So it was a decent match. And that led right into Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins. Match of the night right here. This match was fucking amazing. It was exciting. I really enjoyed the whole thing with the surfboard submissions where I think it was Rollins tried to do it first and then Daniel Bryan did it and then Rollins did it. I don't remember the order, but the whole thing was really cool. And then Daniel Bryan at the end, where he had, during the last surfboard submission, where he kind of bent Rollins back even further. Oh, man. That was great stuff. I was popping for that. That was fucking cool. These two guys just have really good chemistry in the ring. I know it's their first singles match, but let's face it, these guys have been wrestling each other a lot lately. And it's enjoyable every time. I mean, this could be a match for the World Heavyweight title at some point in the future. In some other company anyway, because WWE ain't gonna fucking do that. But there was a lot of back and forth in this match. One guy dominating, then the other guy just... It was great. It was just a back and forth match. Long match, really good. And the crowd was big time behind Daniel Bryan. And when he won this match, they popped. They went fucking bananas for Daniel Bryan. And let me tell you something. WWE, they have something right now with Daniel Bryan. They do. He is getting major reactions from the crowds, especially lately. And I think what happened last week, that whole thing with Ryback, aside from the atrocity with John Cena at the end, that really cemented it. I mean, the guy is over right now. And it's exciting because WWE has a lot of potential right there in Daniel Bryan. They could do some great things with him right now because he is the most over guy in the company. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point that he's the most over guy in the company. So I feel like it's going to lead to a title shot with John Cena at some point soon. And the ride up to that is going to be great for Daniel Bryan. But when he hits that title shot with John Cena, that match, he's just going to get fed to the Cena machine just like everybody else. But until then, it'll be great. But then the WWE will fuck him over for John Cena. Next up was, I saw Caitlyn in the ring talking about her secret admirer, I guess. And it comes out and it's Big E Langston, but then it was really AJ tricking her, faking her out. I didn't even know what was happening because I skip through all this bullshit every time, and then I just skip through this too because I don't care. I just don't care. And maybe it's getting more entertaining, I don't know. But if it continues to get better, maybe I'll start watching the Divas shit, but not now. It's fucking garbage. Next up was Damien Sandow versus RTruth in a barely there match. It was super quick. It didn't mean shit. Sandow won. But then Sheamus came out. And the fucking guy is like John Cena Jr. at this point. He came out, and you know what? I skipped right through his promos. I skipped to the next segment. I'm just tired of him coming out and cutting these really garbage babyface promos. They're fucking terrible, man. He's just a big cocksucker at this point. That's why he's so white all over his body. He gets jizzed on night after night by the guys in the back, the company guys. Fucking A. I'm just so tired of seeing Sheamus just try to be John Cena Jr. at this point. That's what I think of him as. And I can't stand watching him do this garbage anymore, so I just skipped it. I did. Because you know he's going to dominate Sandow at the pay-per-view. Especially because it's on the pre-show. But I am happy to see Sheamus bumped down to the fucking pre-show. It's where that asshole needs to be for a while. Piece of shit. So there was this thing in the back with Triple H and Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon. And all I'm going to say about this segment is that it was fucking stupid. And it just showed me that everything that's been going on with Triple H has just been a big goddamn waste of my time. Because all it led to was them hugging. Really? That's it. I'm pretty sure that's the end of the whole storyline right there. That was their resolution to that storyline, them hugging it out. So everything that happened at the beginning of the show, when Triple H's concussion a few weeks ago, it doesn't mean fucking dick. And that's fucking retarded. That's fucking stupid. Because that... If that happened back in the 90s, my God, the fans would have rioted it backstage, ran in there, and beat the shit out of Vince and Triple H for doing that horseshit. What a bunch of fucking garbage. And right off the heels of that, we go immediately into the face-to-face, the main event between Cena and Ryback. And right away, I'm so fucking pissed off because Ryback won't get in the ring, okay? And John Cena comments about how he's too scared. He basically saying, oh, you're too scared to get in the ring. And you know what? I complained about this before. I hate this fucking garbage. They turned Ryback's character into a pussy to put him against John Cena so that John Cena would have stuff like this to say on the mic to get the crowd to boo Ryback. Because if you took Ryback's character, that dominant character, and just had him start fighting baby faces and had that character become a heel and go against John Cena, who do you think the crowd would cheer? they would cheer Ryback, and they would boo Cena out of the fucking building, out of the fucking city, out of the state. They would have him off the fucking planet because he's a piece of fucking garbage. So they turned Ryback pussy, just like they did CM Punk, just like they did Big Show, Kane, Alberto Del Rio. I got a list a fucking mile long of people that they do this to so that John Cena can cut the same promos, which is, you got the look and the attitude, but you're making poor decisions, running away and being a coward, and I'm here to fight. So they may always make the guys look like fucking pussies, chicken shit garbage to John Cena. And it was even worse because Ryback, tonight was Ryback, in my opinion, his most fluid, most natural sounding promo I've heard from the guy. But I could barely fucking hear it because every time he tried to talk, John Cena was like, shut up, shut up, blah, blah, blah. He's running around having seizures, fucking masturbating in the middle of the ring like a goddamn douchebag. And Ryback is trying to cut a serious promo. How do you think Ryback felt when the creative team came up to him and said, tonight, it doesn't matter what you say, because John Cena is just going to stomp around the ring going, oh, 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 and you're just going to look like a fucking retard. Ryback, you're going to look like a fucking idiot, because he's just going to cut you off all night long. How do you think that made Ryback feel, huh? What a bunch of fucking garbage. Oh, man, I was so pissed when I saw this. John Cena is the worst. He's the worst. And cutting Ryback off, it's just like cutting the momentum off. That's what he does literally with all those guys I just mentioned and more. He cuts their momentum out from under them. He fucks them over. WWE feeds them to the John Cena machine. And believe me, this Sunday is going to be the end of Ryback. He's either going to have a bullshit ending to the match or he's going to lose. That's it. It's goddamn garbage. So, yeah, I fucking hated this segment. I just watched this segment, and John Cena's just running around that ring. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, what a fucking idiot. But Ryback, the best thing that Ryback said was that he was going to load John Cena's unathletic body into the ambulance. And you know what? John Cena is absolutely unathletic. He's got the look, but the guy moving around the ring, I said it in my John Cena rant, he's fucking goofy, he's off kilter, off balance, uncoordinated, a total fucking... he just sucks. He sucks big dick in the middle of that ring when he tries to wrestle. And, wow, when he puts on that STF, oh my God, his 5 moves of doom, he has very little wrestling ability, very little athletic ability, and I was happy that Ryback just in one little snip just put that in there. He just kind of put that in there and it was great. I loved it. But everything else about this was fucking garbage because of goddamn John Cena. So, yeah, the show was okay. Daniel Bryan was, again, the highlight of the show. Biggest thing in the company right now. He's the biggest babyface, at least, in the company right now. WWE's got something great with him, but at the end, I just got so pissed off because of John Cena. It just brought down the show, in my opinion. That's what Cena does. He brings down the quality of the product. The guy is a fucking loser. He just sucks large quantities of dick, massive quantities of cock. And I am just, when stuff like this happens, I just get frustrated and it makes me hate the company. But just watch everything up to the end of the show and you won't get too pissed off. And especially watch the stuff with Daniel Bryan. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. JB Squared 61279. I will see you guys next week with another Raw review. I'm probably going to do a predictions video for the pay-per-view. And yeah, that's about it.